Hello dearies, welcome to my channel, the Judy TV show. I talk about marriage and marriage related trending issues here. And I am Judith. Compliments of the seasons, guys. Thank God for another year that has come to an end, so to say. We're grateful to God for keeping us from the first month until this last month. That means in a couple of weeks, in a couple of days, we'll now be saying Happy New Year. How time flies. But to God be the glory for the privilege of life and the privilege of good health and all the good things that God has blessed us with. Yeah, besties, I want us to, anyway, it's no longer news, about the video of Yul Edochie and Judy Austin when they went to odumeje's church. All the things that transpired and everything. Honestly, all the people that I saw that did that video, the comments are the comments at the comment section will be here. The dragging, the insult, the causes, the interpretation, and what have you. But two, just two, stood out for me. And it's just that two that I want to address in this. But first of all, before I go into that, I like to uh, say one thing. You see, to an extent, Christians are, I don't know, CAN, Christian Association of Nigeria, and PFM. You see these two bodies of the Christendom, they need to do more. They really, really need to do more. A situation where God is mocked and the altar of God is so disrespected and so dishonored is unacceptable. You might just say maybe a major is not a member or whatever. Well, I don't know how that will be handled, but to tell you the truth, this is quite disturbing for this kind of a thing that happened. Yul Edochie, by the way, the occasion was that odumeje was marking his birthday, and they're also launching a project of building a church new site. So Yul, along others, were invited, and then he attended the function. But what I don't understand is if it were when they were doing the reception that Yul now came out to speak or do the drama that he did, oh well and fine. But right inside the church, wearing a red cap with a feather, and then standing in the church to now be displaying that level of pride and level of disrespect and dishonor to God is what I don't really understand. And then you now brought up Judy Austin in the church to like be displaying what I don't know. A woman that you claim that is not married to you, a woman that your relationship with her is born out of adultery, that the Catholic church that you belong to, prohibits. I don't know of any church that allows for polygamy. I just don't know. Even when people will tell you, our forefathers married, those are forefathers, are they Christians or are they traditionalists? Anyway, like I said, the two things that stood out for me is two comments, of all the comments that, just two stood out for me. Number one said, why is the Edochies keeping quiet and allowing their son to be disgracing them publicly? Why is the Edochies keeping quiet and allowing their son, Yul Edochie, to be disgracing them publicly? Because Yul has 4 elder brothers. Yul's father is still alive. So to think of the fact that this man is going to this extent is what I don't understand. There's a popular saying that, the madman, if he's going on the street naked, he doesn't feel the impact. He assumes that he's clothed or that he's not naked. But it's only those that are related to him, probably his parents or his siblings or whatever. It is those people that are seeing him that are now be shaming the shame of that naked man. To be honest, that kind of a rascality, I just don't understand it. You came to church for a birthday, so that usually after the Thanksgiving, the church services, after the Thanksgiving, the usual thing, they will now go for reception, where they will also now be doing the launching for the project, for people to give whatever thing they have for the church project, the project of building a new church site. Apparently, within the premises, I don't know how the place is, within the premises, or maybe there will be a hall that they will go to and everything. So there will be a time and a place for you to display this rascality, but not inside the church. For the fact that it's called the church. And then you now came there and was wearing a red cap. You know, it's a dishonor for a man to wear a cap in the church. It's dishonor. And it's also a dishonor for a woman to enter the church without covering her hair. Even though these days people will now be arguing, if I have a hair on my hair, it covers my head. But the proper thing is that you're supposed to cover that your hair as a woman. But let's not go into that argument, because some people don't believe in that. They just believe that once they have their hair, they can just go to church like that. It's left for them. If that is the interpretation, if that's the way you want to go about it, oh well and fine. But for a man to wear a hat inside the church, didn't you notice that if you go to your village or even anywhere, early men, as they're entering the church, the first thing they do, they remove their cap. That is an honor to God, because this is the God is your head. So if you're entering a church, the first thing they do as men, they will remove their cap. But here is you wearing a red one with feathers inside the church on an altar of a church. And not that he came there and was just thanking God or whatever. He came there and was now praising Ijimiliji for all those kind of things on an altar of God. So, like I said, the two comments, I just mentioned one now. So, the Edochies, I don't know. People keep on saying that, oh, Yul is an adult, there's nothing anybody can do. Nobody outgrows his father. Nobody outgrows his parents. Nobody. You know, there's this popular saying, I don't know which particular tribe, has that saying, but I know I've heard it a couple of times, that this okra vegetable, okra fruit that we used to make soup now, the tree, is it tree now, or stem of the okra, is always very tall, and just very tall like that. So whoever that owns that okra, maybe you planted it in your farm and everything, you want to pluck it, you just have to hold the stem and then bend it to come to the level of your height, and then you pluck the okra. So there's nobody that has grown, especially when as an adult you are looking at your child and you know that this one is a disaster waiting to happen, a disaster about to happen, and you just leave your child like that, and your child is just heading towards disaster. I just don't know. There are so many things. In fact, there's one particular thing that the father would have just done. At least that will bring you to his senses. But even the Bible said it, that you don't rebuke an elder openly. So I'll just leave it at that. So, guys, the second one that stood out for me is that somebody said, I thought Odumeje and Mama Rita, they are 5 and 6. What happened that she was not invited, and then she allowed Odumeje to now invite Judy Austin, of all people, to come and stand on his altar? And even me, I was surprised, because I recall that when the comedian Ada Jesus died, the story that was surrounding her at that time, and Odumeje and Mama Rita, and Mama Rita was one of the people that was so vocal, backing Odumeje up, that he's a good man, he's pastor, he's a pastor, I respect him, and so on and so forth. So I was now surprised. The same Mama Rita that is 5 and 6 with this man was not even invited. But even if she was invited, how could it not be that the same Odumeje now came and allowed you to bring up Judy Austin, an adulterous woman, because it's an adulterous relationship? Because up until today, it was just saying that they are married, but there's no evidence. But even if they are married, you now bring, if you had wanted to come and stand on the altar and talk to people that are the congregants or worshippers or whatever, that's a different thing. But this way you now came and it was all about you on the altar of God. So I don't know why Mama Rita was not invited. Or if she was invited, why this Mr. Odumeje and Prophet Odumeje or Pastor Odumeje, who is a supposed 5 and 6 person to Mama Rita, will now allow you to, knowing her position about what is going on in the Edochie's family, and he cannot claim ignorant that he's not aware. He is fully aware of what is going on, because I recall that there was one video when you went and visited him, where he posted, you was wearing a black shirt, you posted it. So he's fully aware of what is going on. Meanwhile, Odumeje himself is married to only one wife and he has 4 beautiful children. I recall a long time I saw a video of him and his family. They sat on one white seat like that. They were wearing white, I think trimmed with gold or yellow. And then himself, his beautiful wife, and 4 beautiful, cute children like that, about 4 of them. And then here is a man that has now his relationship with the Austin is so controversial. You now allowed him to come to the altar. I don't know whether any other person spoke because it's only this Euros video that is now going viral. I don't know whether any other person now spoke. But to think of the fact that it's a birthday that he was invited, and after that birthday, after that church Thanksgiving, that church service, expectedly there will now be a reception where anybody can now come, maybe talk about your relationship with odumeje, what you like about it, what you know about him, and then you can now make a donation that you have for the church new site they are building, only for you to do his own inside the church. So I don't know why Mama Rita was not in the picture. I really do not know why. But I like to say to all the parties, to be honest, this idea of doing things as in let me show the world, and then we now do it and do it to the extent that we're now mocking God. Is a very dangerous place to tread on. Oh. Especially, I'm addressing you now, especially you. It's a very dangerous path to toe. Because how do you come to an altar wearing a cap with a feather in the church? Is it occult meeting you're going? You're white and red. Is it occult meeting you're going to, or whatever, or August meeting, or village meeting, or whatever? And then you now came to an altar of God. You're talking like that. It's quite shameful. That this kind of thing, and these are the kind of things that people that are not Christians, when they see this, they will just be they will be just be mocking Christians. They will just be looking at Christians as if we don't know what we're doing. But look at it, and lo and behold, you said he has a calling that through salvation ministry or something. So he goes to his own church and wears his cap and wears a red cap. The same church that he said he was doing. I recall one time, one video that they posted where Judy Austin was serving him beer. That is a supposed pastor. I be a man that is called of God, and Mommy G.O. I don't understand how these people are doing this, and then he has now degenerated into now mocking God, because that's what it means. That's what it means. If it is the normal dancing that they dance and all that people have been criticizing about dancing and people are used to and all that, that's a different ballgame altogether. But now come and then be doing this in the church. Everybody go to the social media, either YouTube or Facebook, or especially YouTube. That is the thing. Is just so it's so just people have just been commenting and commenting and commenting. You don't do things that will dishonor God. You do things that will glorify Him. But the truth about the matter is God is able to fight for himself. Yes, God is able to. And the way he fights, when he fights his own, when he fights his own, who can hold him back? The Bible says that the Lord has proposed, who can disarm? His hand is stretched forth, who can turn it back? When his hand is already stretched forth, nobody can turn it back. But I want to let you know that this part he's doing, he's already going down on a fast lane. I said it in one or two of my videos, and then he's now joining this one, all in the name of creating. Judy Austin was so scared, as if I don't think that lady walks on the street as a normal human being, because she's always afraid that people might attack her or something. But how long are you going to use you to do a cover? How long? Your children are still growing. By the time those ones will grow, these two boys will get, by the time they will grow and see how you messed up and your story and what happened, how they came about and everything, you think those boys will clap for you? By the time people will start mocking them, or you'll also be guarding them this way you are guarding. When they go to school, you also be guarding them. You hire soldiers and be police, made they guard them. I wish you luck. Guys, I saw this and I was like, no, 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 no. Like I said, those two comments stood out for me because I don't know. Anyway, I want to believe that Mama Rita will still come up with it. She will still say what happened, whether she was invited or, how I'm sure she will react to this. I'm just sure. So I'll just be waiting to hear from her, or whatever that is going to be her reaction. Any video she posts or any post she makes, I'll bring it or the update to you guys so that you people will be able to follow up on the update of what is going on there. But to be honest, this is just most unfair. It's just the most unfair. To you now, he's catching cruise. As far as it's concerned, within him, he's catching cruise. I've gone to tell them that I'm a GO4, a Jembele, GO4, EJL, that as far as it's concerned, he's catching cruise. But it is well. It is well. I just want to, that's just all I want to say in this video. I just want to and I expect Odumeje to also take a position about this, because I'm sure people will also be bashing him. I saw a video that one lady did say he won't be calling him prophet again, he'll now be Mr. If he can allow you, when knowing his story, and with Judy Austin to now ask him to come and speak on his altar and everything, I just don't know. But to be honest, I expect that Odumeje should address this, and even CAN or PFM, all this puhaha. The other day that very dark man and for 4 years or so, that professor Jeremiah in Warri, Yeah, those kind of things, PFM and CAN, they should look into it. Whatever thing that happens, don't take sides, don't be biased, but at least let there be a standard. Let there be a standard. People will be following to operate and all that. There are some religions you can't try such a thing. You cannot, otherwise they will burn your house and burn everything that you represent. But well, that I'm not saying that they should burn that, but all I'm saying that CAN and PFM should look into this, and then have much more better way to handle this, so that at least the name of the Lord God of hosts should not be mocked this way, because I see it as a mockery, and I see it as a very big dishonor to God. Guys, that's all I have to say in this video. As usual, let me know what you think at the comment section. Let's have a conversation there. The social media, a lot of people have done a video on that, so that's why I'm certain that a good number of us must have seen it. And then, now that I've also lending my voice to this, please share your thoughts with me at the comment section, so that we can have a conversation around that. Okay, I'll see you guys in my next video. Like I said, season's greetings to each and every one of you. Thank you to all my old subscribers and to my new subscribers and to all my viewers, even on my Facebook page, all my followers. I am grateful to you guys. Okay, season's greetings once again, and then do have the best of the season and enjoy yourself. Okay, thank you so very much, guys. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye for now.